Since the dawn of time, people have been trying to communicate with each other, and when that couldn't be done by waving or by exchanging weird mouth sounds, it had to be done through writing. We, as a species, have come from drawings, to smaller drawings, to even smaller drawings could be assembled in words, expressions, and even sentences. Cool, now we know how to write. Actually wait, it's not that simple. People, quirky as they are, came up with different variations of those drawings. Square, pointy, edgy, thick, you name it. And so, fonts were born. However, you may notice that while some look clean and readable, some, well, let's say are special. There are lots of font types, but the most common are clearly serif, sans serif, and monospace. Serif is like a teenager, trying to be different but ending up with the same differences as everyone else. No mom, it's not a face. Sans serif is basically the same, but it grew up and understood how cringe they were as a teenager, and are now trying to erase everything from those dark times. And finally monospace. Not much is known about the questionable substances the designers of these fonts consume during work hours, but they somehow managed to fit every single character in the same width. And I mean every single character. This is impressive. But are some of the fonts better? Let's define better by easily readable and understandable. We could measure these traits by comparing how fast people would read the text in a particular font and how well they understand it. Okay, let's do this. First, let's select 8 texts, similar in length and content, and ask 10 participants to read them as fast as possible. Oh no, 4 of them decided to cheat and speedrun through the whole thing. And this guy really looks like he found a new passion in spider monkeys. Fine, let's listen to the remaining people to help us choose 6 of the texts with the most similar reading times. Cool. Now we have 6 texts similar in length and complexity. We can now try to see the effect of font selection on reading speed and accuracy. Let's test it for 6 different fonts, 2 per font family. We'll measure reading speed by, well, measuring reading speed, and accuracy by asking participants to answer questions about what they just read to make sure they actually understood it. We now have our text, our font, and our strategy. Let's recruit participants. Oh look, 50 of them showed up. Too bad, they didn't pass the vibe check and have been eliminated. The rest of them seem to be really trying their best though. Surely we will get good data out of this. Nothing could go wrong. Sir, there seems to be no meaningful differences between experiments. Run the numbers again. Still nothing, sir. Maybe we can try to find correlation between speed and a particular font type. Not whatsoever, sir. This can't be. The results were deplorable. Nothing was found that could show a link between font type and reading speed. The experiment seemed to be a massacre. One interesting link was found though. Turns out, across every single participant, question accuracy was significantly worse for Robotomono and Times New Roman, which by the way aren't even from the same font family. But why would this happen? Especially for Times New Roman, which is like one of the most common fonts in the world. Well, here's an idea. Imagine you're driving on a particular road for the very first time. You drive forward carefully, discovering turns and inspecting intersections. Now, imagine you're taking this road every day for the past few years. You know it so well that you don't pay attention anymore. Now, what if you apply this to a very common font you've been reading all your life? Well, you'll probably tend to read it faster, but probably end up doing more mistakes. Anyways, for the moment, it doesn't seem that any font is actually better, but some are definitely worse.